I'm here at Investors Group Field with Tannis Wilson, who is basically the driving force between bringing women's and girls football, tackle football, to the province of Manitoba. Thanks so much for joining me today, Tannis.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So first, let's just start. What is the Manitoba Girls Football League?
Well, the Manitoba Girls Football League, until this year, was the only girls program in the world for tackle football for girls aged 9 to 16. And we're happy to announce that this year in the States, 2 different programs started off, actually, and we were very proud of it, is because of us. We went to North Carolina last year to try and spread the word, for lack of a better comment, but we went down to North Carolina and South Carolina to do the exhibition game at the Independent Women's Football League Association's National Championship, and we had lots and lots of interest from all over the U.S., and 2 leagues actually came up about this year, and I'm not sure if you've seen anything on ESPN about the Utah Girls Football League, but that was one of the leagues that was created kind of based on our history and actually based on our program as well.
Great. So you've had a tremendous amount of growth in this league. When you started, I think there were 3 teams in 1 division. Tell me a little bit about how much it's grown and where you're going from here.
Well, it was one of those, we started it off as a pilot league just to see whether or not there was interest, and there was interest. The problem is getting the word out. I mean, that's really our biggest issue for any women's football, is to get the word out. But once we did, we had our 3 teams. We had the Charleswood Broncos, Simtel Mustangs, and the Eastside Eagles, and we played and had a great time. The girls were awesome. I've coached boys in the past, and the boys, I love coaching football. I love playing. I love anything to do with football, but the girls just have a really different intensity towards the game. They stand on the sidelines and talk about their pink shoelaces and the dance and their nail color, and they all have funny colored socks, and they go on the field and hit harder than any guys I've ever coached. So it was really one of those things that you have to get used to, but it was great seeing it, because it was saying, you know, if you get red carded in soccer, or yellow carded, or penalties, or anything in hockey, basketball, if there's another sport where people say you're too aggressive, we will never say that to you in football, ever. So we've had a lot of girls that really haven't found their place in life because were always told they were too aggressive, they were too boyish, they were a tomboy. Well, they're not. They're tom girls. They're girls that are coming out and all they want to do is be themselves. And so the league really gives these girls an opportunity to be themselves. But from those 3 teams, we now have, next year we should have 6 different clubs involved, as far as LaSalle, Interlake, Simtel Mustangs again, St. James Rods, Eastside Eagles, and North Winnipeg Nomads, and 2 different age groups. So we go all the way from age 9 to 16. We're hoping to gradually keep increasing that number. Senior women's football starts at the age of 16, but there's a big mental difference between 16-year-olds and 45-year-olds or 30-year-olds or even 25-year-olds. So we want to keep those girls cocooned within their own age groups longer, and so it makes it easier for them to transition into women's football. But that's kind of the long and short of that.
So why can't the girls just play with the boys? Like, what really is the importance of a girls' football league?
There is no issue whatsoever for girls playing with boys, and a lot of our girls actually go on and play in the fall in, we'll call it the youth league. We don't call it the boys league because it's not a boys league. Any girl has an opportunity to play football in Manitoba. They belong to the MMFA. There's a fair play rule that all people play, no matter if you're on the team, you play half the game at your position, which is wonderful. This girls program and the senior women's program that we have is a spring program. All women's football in North America is played in the spring. And really, we have a lot of girls that have transitioned from the MGFA into the fall football because they have confidence. They build confidence, they have skills, and the coaches that have these girls coming in love it because they're like, holy crap, they just played for 2 months, took a break, and they're back here, and they hit hard, and they're not scared anymore. And we keep trying to tell them, you're going to get hit harder by the girls than you will by the boys, so when you go to the fall, it's almost like easier. And the guys are scared to hit girls. I think it's kind of entertaining because they're going to get their butts kicked.
So if we have a girl watching at home and she's like, I need to play football this spring, how can she do it? Where can she find registration information? We have everything. We have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook account, we have an Instagram account, we got everything. We're trying to cover it all the young stuff that I'm not young, but it's ManitobaGirlsFootball.com is our website. You can also contact Football Manitoba and they will send you through to us. Our email is info@ManitobaGirlsFootball.com. But again, any way that you want to go about Football Manitoba will certainly forward the information. Any of the clubs that I mentioned, please feel free to contact any of the clubs. They send out their own information for registration, but we also will post stuff on our Facebook pages and those types of things to make sure people are aware of it. These kinds of programs are awesome because people get to see that there actually is something out there. I think, again, part of the biggest problem with us is that we've had great growth, but we'd love to see every club in the province have a girls program so they have an opportunity to play and don't have to travel across the city to play on a different team. Great. Thank you so much, Tannis.
Thanks for talking to us. We really appreciate it.